So I've just come up from Rydal, and there's a view of the other side of the horseshoe here, the low pike and high pike, and that's the first port of call here, which is called Nab Scar, and that's where we're headed, on the left hand side of the horseshoe path. So we're at Nab Scar, and beautiful views over Rydal and Coniston Fells. It's really crummy weather. There's lovely views of Windermere here, and Wansfell Pike. The other side of the horseshoe is caked in cloud on the higher part around Fairfield, but it's raining a fair bit now and pretty cold. So we're going to keep going for a bit and see how we go. But really nice views. Amazing views of Windermere. We've just come off the Nab Scar summit there, and views of Loughrig Fell. Great view of the summit. Langmore and Langdale. Grasmere down there. High raise. Weather looks shocking up there, which it often is, giving it central point. Weather's really bad. You can see in the distance there the Fairfield summit caked in cloud. Rain's getting more progressive. This one here is Heron Pike, which is the second one. Dramatic scenery of the horseshoe. That's Heron Pike there, so we're almost there. Great Rigg in the background, and Stone Arthur. Fairfield is covered in cloud, and High Raise, Langdales and Easdale Tarn. Lovely views. Helm Crag. It's absolutely stunning up here actually, it's beautiful. Right, gonna get over to Heron Pike and see what the weather's doing. Go from there. Summit of Heron Pike, and weather's becoming a lot more grim. But views are stunning. There's Great Rigg there, and a return on to Grasmere through Stone Arthur. Yeah, views are amazing up here. Well worth doing. Right, I'm going to press on a bit, as it's a bit too wet to hang around. I'll see you in a bit. I think that might be our last view of Great Rigg before the cloud envelops it. It's coming off the horseshoe basin, but we'll see. And you can see to the left the return arm that goes towards Stone Arthur. Definitely going to be taking that today, as weather is really bad. Right, so hopefully just one last pull to do. Well, stayed out of cloud. There's the summit. I've kind of broken the back of the climb, I think, because I'm on the top now of the Stone Arthur return. Amazing views. It's grim though. Typical Lake District weather. Kind of a mixture of hot and sweaty, but wet and cold. There's a weird mix. Well, I think I'm going to get up to this little dip here and then try and push for the summit. And well, it sounds like Everest at a hilltop, yeah. But for me it's a good achievement, and then think about descent. Right, made it. Great Rigg summit, Ken. Views are insane from up here, despite the weather. That's where I've come from, the ridge, and Windermere, and the Horseshoe Basin. Dove Crag over there. The weather's really coming in now. Up on Fairfield. If it was clearer weather I would go up, but I'm going to leave it today. Just don't fancy the winds, rain and poor visibility. Rydal Tarn. Over into Central Fells, which look really impressive with that low cloud. Stunning. Really enjoyed this walk. The views have been great. That's one last look. Getting pretty wet now, so I'm going to go down. So it's great views from this return path. It's the driest it's been all day now. It's starting just to spit slightly. Lovely view of the Coniston Fells in the distance. And oh, Scarfell Pike, Scarfell, just dipping out of the cloud there in the far distance. Lovely views. And that's where I've come from, up there, the Great Rigg. Follow this down further towards Stone Arthur. So I'm at the Stone Arthur summit. Amazing views over into Grasmere. It's really raining hard now, but hopefully I'm sort of slowly getting there. View into Grasmere. And that's the return path, which is nice and obvious. And that's a view up to Great Rigg where we've come from. Reminds me of the descent from Mole Shabbat actually in Snowdonia, very similar. Right, gonna press on. So that's it, descended down into Grasmere, which is a finish point, and lovely views of Helm Crag. It's a brilliant walk. High raise, which I'd really like to do one day, and the surrounding hills. Oh, it's just long enough to be enjoyable, challenging. Just long enough to be challenging. Yeah, I think I could do the whole horseshoe, and I could definitely have got up to Fairfield easily, I think, but the weather was awful and there was no visibility, so the view wasn't going to get better. I prefer that, you know, walking for the views rather than challenge walks, so I thought I'd quit while I was ahead, so that was pretty good. Okay, so hope that was enjoyable, and see you next time.